Hey everyone, I'm the Tom, welcome to my gaming channel. Today I'm playing another episode of Grid Autosport. Warning, this game saves automatically.
You've come a long way, and your skill behind the wheel in the Tuner series is unequaled.
Okay, let's see. Once this lady has shut up, thank you.
Oakley Motorsport are a promising team with a great offer for you, so consider it.
Vehicle setup capability low. Medium. Let's see, what do we get? We get a Camaro SS for our timed races. We get a 50Z Nismo for drifting, which is gonna be fantastic. A Nissan Nismo GTR Z-Tune for another time attack race. And then we get... yeah, that's it. What do we get here? An S2000, where we would otherwise have the Camaro's S, an RX-7 instead of the 350Z, and another Skyline. I prefer these cars actually, so let's go with Oakley Motorsport, I think it was. I can't remember. It doesn't matter in the whole scheme of things what the name of the team is. To me at least. Like, I don't care. All I care about is what the contract details are and what cars I can be driving when I sign up for them. Yeah, it's okay. So this is the Red Bull Ring. I remember I've actually been here once, in real life. That's a good thing about living in the same country. I was watching some DTM, you know, with Jean Lazy and who else was there? Tim Schrick, I think? No. I can't even remember, but anyway, it was a good time. I was like, this must have been at least 7 or 8 years ago. So yeah, you'll have to forgive me, like, if I can't remember exactly what was up there. But yeah, I've been enjoying this kind of stuff for a long time, and I don't really like this track though, compared, like, in the game at least, compared to other, you know, real world tracks. This corner, for example, is so unpredictable when you should brake for it. Like, the braking point, finding the correct braking point for that corner I just mentioned is nuts.
You've lost a bit of pace on that lap, let's pick it up.
It was early for this first corner, but it's still fine. And remember, we got the power, because we have a V8 under the bonnet.
Looks decent.
So most of these corners are third gear corners in my books. Okay, I think I'm warmed up. I don't think I want to change anything about the setup. I like the way it's I like the way that this car is currently balanced, so let's just race. It's gonna be 5 laps.
At least third in the team standings this season.
We want at least third in this season's team standings. Okay, I'll do my part, but tell that to my teammate as well. This track would also be amazing for drifting, I have to imagine. That was late on the brakes. I think I should have locked the differential so I could have done some sideways shenanigans in the last lap in case I'm far ahead. So I'm far ahead here. They were still late on the brakes, but better than last time. I'm ahead now. That was not intentional. And therefore it probably cost me some time. That was also not intentional. I was a little bit too aggressive. Still was faster though.
Event traffic ahead.
I'm behind here. That's gonna be pretty close to setting a new lap record. Still going for a better lap time though, and this is not helpful. Okay, this is not helpful at all. Yeah. Let's just hope my lap was fast enough. Okay. Don't do this without a lock differential. Is the lesson I think I've learned right here. Doesn't matter. I should win anyway. Did I? Yes. Nice.
Great win. You're ahead of your teammate in the driver standings.
I'm ahead of my teammate. Ooh, who would have thought that? So far so good. We're second in the team standings, but that can change. Drifting event. Nice, I love it. Hopefully. Okutama Drift Circuit B. Yeah, that was a real cool track. So let's see. First of all, practice a little bit. Change the setup of the car a little bit. Probably. Okay, this time we're driving it in reverse. It seems. Okay, let's go to the paddock area right away. Let's not waste time here and change the setup and the practice then. Brake bias internally to the front, differential internally locked. No downforce. Let's leave the gear ratios as they are and the suspension a little bit softer on the front. And try again.
You got the outside marker bonus.
Oh, that was a collision, but the car now behaves the way I'd like it to behave. But I gotta do my part as well. It's not just the car doing the drift, it's me too.
Those are the lines you need to run in the event. Good work.
That drift felt so good.
Great speed through that zone.
The transitions here are really important for a good score.
Great drift. That will get you a decent score.
It'll not only give me a decent score, it'll get me a fantastic score, hopefully. Oh man, yeah, this track is just... I love it. One advice I'd like to give you guys though is never go into a drifting, never go into a corner you're about to drift too quickly. Oh man, that was so bad on my part. Because it'll carry you too far to the outside and you won't be able to get a decent line, or sometimes you're also going to, you know, have a collision, and it's gonna cost you a lot of score at the very least. Sometimes even your life in real life. So never carry too much speed into a corner. $727,870. Holy cow.
Run 2 and you're through to the knockouts.
That's a lot of smoke. You can probably earn a lot of money if you are the guy changing the tires for this car, because you'll probably have to change them after every single run, which is also a little bit tiring and exhausting, but you know, you're gonna get paid for it. It's work. Ah, man. Should have shifted into fourth. Oh, damn it.
Enough to go through to the final heats. Great drifting, great control.
I'm still first, even though I missed out on... Oh, okay. I love this track.
You're in the lead position.
So third gear in here, then into fourth, and just put the hammer down, and the result is this. Does Nissan still produce the 370Z? I don't know. I mean, I know this car is a 350, but I was going somewhere else with that. I was gonna say it's a shame that there's no more cars like this in production today. Like the 350Z, for example. That was, if there was a car for you, if you wanted a relatively reasonably priced car to go sideways. So is the 370Z, I guess, but I don't know, is the 370 still in production? Because if not, then I can't think of any really good examples. Oh yeah, the current Mustang GT Fastback is actually quite affordable. You know, as affordable as 419 horsepower get anyway. 1.8 million score again.
You're through to the next round. Good work.
It's a shame that at some point in history car manufacturers realized that in practice people that buy their cars don't usually go sideways. And therefore they kind of backed off from producing as many of those cars as they used to. If there's even any cars of the sort still in production. I mean, sure, the Mustang is a pretty good example actually, or you know, just generally speaking, most current muscle cars are, you know, they're all rear-wheel drive, so you can't drift them. But other than that, I mean, where are the modern day, you know, S15s? Where are today's what was I thinking? Oh yeah, today's Honda S2000s and all that. Like, where are the equivalents to those cars today? There's no such thing anymore. Sadly. Because I mean, sure, there is the Toyota GT86 / Scion FRS / Subaru BRZ, but the 200 horsepower, man, it's not. I mean, it's enough for a little drift, but you would really wish for a little bit more power to really get the back end going, because 200 horsepower is pretty much the bare minimum amount of power that you need to really get sliding. And don't tell me that there's, you know, that there's weaker cars, for example. Oh, I've done drifts in my MX-5. Well, yeah, but those drifts were probably like 10 inches long. I mean, proper drift. 200 horsepower is pretty much the minimum amount of horsepower where you can even think about proper drift. At the same time, I mean, cars from that era that I was talking about, like the 350Z, that is a car that you can now buy in used state for like 10 to 12 grand, here in Austria at least. For that same amount of money, I could buy an E39 BMW M5. And to be honest, I'd rather have that. And it can also drift like crazy. As you can probably imagine, with a 400 horsepower V8 on the bonnet in rear-wheel drive. Yeah, so all it really takes is 10 to maybe 15 grand for an M5 E39. And you can have a great everyday car, unless you want fuel economy, and a great car for, you know, quote unquote non-everydays occasions, if you know what I mean. This is less than 700,000 score, really? I thought that was my last. I thought that was the best time. The best time I've ever. Not the best time. The best try for that last sector I've ever had, but it wasn't. Seamless transitions. I love them. Yeah, so the BMW M5 is definitely a great car. If it comes to bang for your bucks, I'm not talking about a new M5, but the E39 in its use state right now. Like for 15 grand, you can get 400 horsepower. That's a lot of power for your money. Like honestly, it's a lot. I remember I've even sat in one once. Like it's I used to know a guy that owned one, and you know I've driven an Audi TT before with 180 horsepower. I've driven a Lotus Elise before with like about the same amount of power as the TT. I can't remember exactly, but those two cars felt fast until about 130, 140 kilometers an hour. And then you notice that there just isn't all that much power and to keep going like that. However, in the M5, it's an entirely different experience. Like, those 400 horsepower, like, it pulls so hard, you're going 200 kilometers an hour already and you didn't even notice, and you don't even notice how fast you're going, and it keeps pulling and pulling. That it's like a completely different league from those other two cars I mentioned at least. And yeah, that is... Oh. Well, if you're not used to that amount of power, you should really be careful, because in a car like that, you're gonna go way above the speed limit faster than you can even think you will. Anyway, let's focus on the driving here, as I missed the apex by a mile. I can do this in the Camaro, and by this I mean go 1 gear higher than normal for a corner, because it does have that torque from the V8. I could not do that in if I had signed for Casco Racing, I think the other team was, with the S2000, because the S2000 is a very top-end heavy car as far as the engine goes, and it does not have the low-end torque, like at all.
for Sector 2.
Are you kidding? I gained half a second over my last lap time. You're on average pace for Sector 2. Yeah, this time I lost a second in this sector, and I'm still on average pace for Sector 3. Like, this guy needs a break. He doesn't know what he's talking about anymore. Just like me. Only I don't need a break because I'm not doing, you know, I'm not doing hard work. Okay, let's return to the paddock area and honestly just start a race because, you know, I like the way this car is set up right now. Oh, it's a... Wait, I have to start at the very... Oh, good God.
The hard work is paying off. Our team's first in the standings.
I have to start at the very back. Was there... There was no qualifying though, was there? Because if I just... Because if there was and I just missed it, I'm gonna be very disappointed in myself. However, these tight corners are ideal for the first lap if you can kind of sneak your way through and gain some positions that way. Those guys are going to be scared of this corner. They're not. So, I can't see where the cars in front of me are. I can't see my bonnet, so I never know when I'm gonna collide with the guy in front of me. So I'm in 8th place right now.
Tom, on to lap 2. You're keeping up with the pace.
So I overtook that guy, but he overtook me back, and now I'm ahead of him again. Time to really make up some positions. Because I'm still in 7th place and I need to win this race. Or at least I want to win this race. That was pretty good braking. And I overtook those two S2000s on the brakes. So I don't think I'm gonna get this guy right here. But maybe braking for the first corner.
You've set the fastest lap this race.
Nicely done. I still need to... Holy cow, I can't even see Yuki Nakamura on my minimap. He's gonna be so far ahead. How am I supposed to make up that much time in one lap? Too far on the outside here. I'm not gonna win this race, but where am I gonna end up? I don't wanna finish 4th, but I will. There's nothing I can do about it anymore. Let's restart. I'll give it one more try. Shift into second gear early. Make as late as possible. And spin and restart. That was exactly the plan. Every position I can gain in the very first lap is great. And I'm gonna overtake this guy on the outside. I need to get closer to the leader so I can actually have a chance of winning this race in the third lap. I don't think I'm gonna take first place anytime before the last lap. It's possible. So now I'm in a much better position than I was at the end of the first lap last time. Please, don't block my way, come on. If you're gonna drive slowly, then go to the far right and go at your slow speed there, and don't block everyone else's way. So, Yuki Nakamura, it's only you and me left. See ya. He's gonna overtake me here because the drift cost me a lot of time. That's fine.
Lap this race.
He's gonna block my way here. And I'm gonna just slip through, I should say. shoulders, 2 arms, a stomach, 2 legs. That's what I am in a nutshell. So, ooh, that was dangerous. I was gonna say I'm pretty safe now, but then that slide happened. This time I didn't get oversteer here though, and I won.
Yuki Nakamura will be replaying that over and over. Great
Okay.
win.
That was a sigh of relief right there. Holy crap, that was closer than it needed to be. We lost some ground in the standings? I won all 3 races. We're only 3 points behind Raven West now. Okay. Good. Next up, for the next episode, will be another drift event. And it's going to be on the small Autosport Raceway drift circuit, which I quite like. But for now, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button, helps out a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.